I look forward to every day. You know, especially now that we could do Dekia 2 Ash. Like I came a long way, but like the only thing that I have a complaint about in BDO right now is is this right here. So we go right here, and we go to this, right? We enhance. It's a we failed this shit 12 times already. Okay. Keep in mind. Keep in mind this is only for one piece of gear. Okay. It cost 18,000. I mean 1,800 crowns. Okay. Give me a second. Let's see. It costs 18. Let's say 1,900 crowns. It costs 1,900 crowns times 3 million per, right? So that's 5.7 billion. Okay. It's 5.7 billion per tap, but also right here, you need to use 1.2 billion for that as well. So it's actually upwards of, we just type in 1.2 plus 1.2 bill. Oh, wait. 1,000, oh my god. 5.7 plus 1.2 bill. We're almost at 7 billion per tap, right? And then let's add like 20 billion for the fail stack, right? So basically this is for one tap getting my fail stack, and that's it, right? But if we add another, what is it? 5.6 bill, right? Hold on, that's 26.9, right? We keep that, right? 5.6 bill or 5.7 bill times 12 plus another 12, right? Because of the thing, it comes out to 80 plus the 26 plus the fuck. Where is my history? It came out to 80 bill. 80 bill plus 26.6 bill. It's 106 billion, okay? We go here, we type in Devo. What are we doing? Belt? Go to pen. It's 195 billion, okay? Buying a pen Deboreka is 195 billion. Okay? This right here, this number is only from set to oct at my current thing, and we still don't have it, okay? We still don't have it. But imagine hitting pen, hitting sept, hitting hex, you know? This number is way above just go out there just completely bang a fucking Deboreka. Literally, this is just sept to oct, okay? Sept to oct is basically the equivalent of a pen Deboreka, but the thing is that if you get a pen Deboreka, you could convert it into a Nav. You could convert it into a Nav Kharazad. So yeah, after I get this once I get my last Oct Kharazad belt, I'm not going for Kharazads no more. The main reason why, well, we have the AP buff going on right here, but the main reason why is so I could get to the 337 AP bracket and I could just fuck off. Right? I'm stopping at the 337 AP bracket, and I'm just tapping. I'm just gonna go and buy a fucking. I'm gonna tap a Panda bracket, bro, because if I could spend that much money on Cronstones, and it makes no damn sense too, because we go here and hold on, where is it at? Did I put it back in my gear wheel? It's a 13% chance, bro. It's a 13% chance. And just like, oh, it's 14 now because we failed that much. It's a 14% chance. We calculated this, and just letting you know, it is not a 14% chance. It's actually a lot lower. But the thing is that since we're halfway to the pity, that means we're like around a 70 to 80% chance to actually pass. So if we fail 10 times in a row, I mean, I think more than half, is like an 80% chance. Okay? So that means we failed an 80% chance. Okay. Okay, that's a one-off. No, but literally, I had to pity, I think like 4 of my pieces already to sept. I had to pity both of these mofos to sept, and then this ring to sept. Okay? And then now we're getting ready to pity this. It makes no damn sense how the hell I could lose 80% chances. Okay, once you make it to the damn pity, once you make it to the pity, that is a 95% success rate. How the hell are you constantly rolling bad on the 95% success rate? How? How? No. I rolled bad constantly 3 times on a 95% success rate. And just letting you know, sept to oct or to sept is 15 chances. No, honestly, what you need to do, right? What you need to do is completely disregard fucking Kharazads. Do not go for Kharazads. Get your next free AP bracket, okay? Get your next free AP bracket, and then start going and saving up for the Breckas. That's what you need to do. Just because I already showed you guys. I'm 106 billion right now. I'm 106 billion right now, and I still don't have my oct. I still don't have my oct. I'm only for sept to oct. I'm not talking about when I pitied hex, when I pitied pen. I'm not talking about when I pitied those. I'm pretty sure I'll be like almost 2.5 or 250 billion for that. You know, so get your next AP bracket, right? Get your next AP bracket because these Dobrekas. What about the crystal slots? Coffee. If you get a pen Dobreka, if you get a pen Dobreka, I'm at 106 billion right now. A pen Dobreka right now. You can max price that bitch. You can max price that bitch for 210 billion. Okay, you'll win it within the week. When's the last one that was sold? Let's see. Literally yesterday. 420. Yeah, you could get it within the next day if you have that much money, right? What you do with this pen, what you do with this pen Dobreka, right? You melt it down, and this pen Dobreka turns into a Nav Kharazad. This pen Dobreka turns into a Nav Kharazad. That's what you do with it. So you basically skip all of this dumb bullshit and you go straight to Nav, and you don't need a fail stack. I'm not even talking about the fail stacks. I'm not talking about the fail stacks. If you talk about the fail stacks, it's like 20 to 30 bill per fail stack after. So if you're talking about a fail stack from sept all the way to nav, that's 30, 60, 90, 120 billion just on fail stacks. Okay? Plus, if you pity anything, you're going to be up there in the 100 bills already. So that means you have 110 billion plus 90 billion from the fail stacks. You're already at 200. You're already at 210 billion. And you're not even at oct yet. You're not even at oct, bro. You're at sept. You know? That's what I'm saying. And just letting you know, the longer the game goes on, especially on Saturdays, bro. On Saturdays, because the market fills with the Brecas on Saturdays, the prices tank, bro. Look at this. There's some listed right here, 250. Like, geez, fucking buy them. They're fucking listing and they're dropping. It's easier just to buy a Deboreka, a pen Deboreka, and just skip all the way to Nav. You're done. I mean, it's always better to buy than tap in this game. No, no. well, yes, but the thing is that they lied to us. That's what I'm trying to say. They lied to us because whenever I'm tapping this and I'm failing a 95% chance 3 times in a row, there's something wrong with whatever is shown. How do you fail a 95% chance 3 times in a row? I'm about to fail it 4 times in a row. Because once I get to pity, let me bring up my chat GPT. Let me bring up my chat GPT. Look, okay. So look, this is how I was gonna explain it. Look, if I have a 13.9% chance to succeed randomly at something, how many times should I guarantee one singular success? Give me the probability, okay? And so we go right here and it says P is 13.9, right? Which is the actual thing, right? N is the number amount of tries. So we have a multiplicative, okay, going on. So whatever we go, we add it and we times it by N, right? And so if we want a 95% chance, then we're going to have to solve for N. So that means we're solving for N, and how many times you need to do it to get a 95% chance, right? So it goes through this, blah, 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 logarithm, my butt. It comes out to 19.89 tries to get a 95% chance to pass at a 13.9%. Okay? So that means, right, it breaks it down one by one. So if you try one time, you have a 13.9% chance. Okay? If you try 5 times, you have a 52% chance. Okay. If you try 10 times, you have a 70.7% chance. Okay? If you try 15 times, you have a 90% chance to pass. Okay? I have a 12. I failed this shit 12 times. How the fuck am I missing a 90% chance on this bullshit? How? How? Someone clip this and tell me how. Because this right here, this is the probability that they don't tell you that it's cumulative. They don't tell you that it's cumulative. We just think if you roll a dice 6 times, it will land on the number one once out of every 6 times. Is that yes? Yes, it is. Because we asked ChatGPT. It is. It is. If I have a 13% chance to succeed randomly at something, how many times should I guarantee one singular success? Give me the probability. And it does match up with BDO stuff, right? Because if we hit 20 times right here, I don't know if you guys can see it on stream. If we tap 20 times, it's a 95% chance that we succeed. Okay? Look at this. If we tap 20 times, look at the pity. Look at the damn pity, bro. Look at the damn pity. The math checks out in my stuff. So all your attempts are in the same string. Yeah, in the same sitting. Yeah, because that's how it is. That's how the pity works. This is all the same item, right? So if this was a different item, it'll be a different sitting. You get me? But I failed 12 times in a row on the same item, the same sitting, right? This is what the pity is. So I failed 12 times in a row. So if you look at it right here, no, that's not what I mean. What do you mean? So all of your attempts are in the same sitting. If you're talking about at different times, like, oh, I waited a day and I tapped again, then it should be 13.9. So your chance is 13.9%. That's what I'm saying, bro. The math is wrong. The math to the pity on BDO is correct. Because if you are getting a 95% chance of success and you haven't hit it yet, then yeah, of course you should get it guaranteed, right? Like of course, right? That's the only logical thing because if people actually crunch the numbers, they're gonna get all the way up to 46 fails and have a 90% chance or 99% chance, bro. So yeah, like if you did all 12 at once, you have a 90% chance or whatever it shows, right? Yeah, if I did 12, I have like about an 80% chance, like an 85. Yeah. If I did it all at once, yes, I'll have a 85-ish% chance. I would think like 87% chance. But that's what I'm saying. Like how am I consistently pitting things? You know, because like whenever you pity things, that's the extreme, the mathematical extreme. Like you hitting pity should literally be one of the what is it? Is the what is it? The also it also goes up per increase. Yeah, it does. You are also right too. So like let's say let's change the percentage to what do we have right now? 14. Hold on, let's not do this one. Let's do this one. Okay. So if we have a 14 point, I'm just gonna say 14%. 14.079% chance. Okay. we're we're doing it because yeah, of course it increases per, so that means we should be getting it earlier, right? Like that means we should be getting it earlier, bro. It actually went down. It doesn't change too much, bro. It doesn't change too much. That's funny, dude. At 15%, at 15 tries, it actually went down by one. That is funny. So you're actually nuking yourself. Honestly, I don't think that certain accessories help. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, like I don't think it's. I think they're lying to us. To put it simply, I think they're lying to us. They are 100% lying to us. I don't know what it is, but you shouldn't. You hitting a pity should be the most uncommon thing in BDO. You hitting pity should be the most uncommon thing in BDO. That no one should be talking about it. But yet, I'm part of an active guild that actually talks in VC, and I'm seeing these guys actually put in like, I think weekly, some of these guys put in like $200 to $150 a week into their account buying rolly boxes whenever they come out, and they're getting blasted. You know, on Kharazad, I pitied all the way up to Hex. I haven't gotten for Sept yet. Yeah, however, Tet Debo and Pen Debo was given out like exactly. That's exactly what I was telling people right now. If you were here earlier, bro, I was saying. Let me pull up my calculator. Right here, right. That's the amount of silver that I spent. 106 billion, 0.6, so 1.7 billion. I mean, 107 billion going from Sept to Oct, and I still don't have it, bro. Yeah, most people you've spoken to had terrible luck when it comes to enhancing Kharazads. Exactly. Exactly. And the thing is that it feels bad, right? So, like, let's say hypothetically, right? This is what I'm gonna do. Once I get this last piece to Oct, to get my last, a skill issue. Once I get this last piece to Oct, giving me my, my Oct, right? And I get my next AP bracket, I'm not tapping Kharazads no more. I'm only just gonna go there and just get Pen Deboreka. Literally, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do is just get Pen Deboreka, call it a day, and then I'll be way more ahead than just tapping shit on Kharazads. But it's crazy because a Pen Deboreka puts you at Nav Kharazad accessory. So like I'm pretty sure once I get to Oct, yeah, I have thought the same thing, honestly, like earrings and belts. Yeah. Just yeah. And honestly, the main reason why people don't do it, the main reason why people don't do it is because okay, you have a knob earring that you got from converting a pen Deboreka into a knob earring, right? But what are you gonna do with your sept earring now? Well, it's dead content. It's it's done. Like you can't melt it down for extra essence of dawn. You can't sell it for silver. It's just a dead item in your account. Delete that because it's cursed RNG trash. Honestly, I think they're gonna do something in the future because this is just the beginning, bro. Like we're at the beginning. Boss alt damage about to go crazy. Yeah, right. Yeah, boss alt. Yeah, that's like literally the only thing. Yeah, your fishing ult is gonna have surprisingly high AP for no reason. But yeah, that's how I see it, bro. And I'm not insane. I'm just pointing out what I'm noticing. And I don't know if you guys are noticing it, but that's what I'm noticing. And I'm glad to have people in here the chat to like basically say that I'm not insane. Screw up. Who's back onto the person, bro? Enter Fisher, bro. All right, I'm posting an iridescent lightstone. Let's go. These things are actually selling for a good amount. But yeah, that's my rant, bro. I think PA math with pen makes sense since mathematically, but all that stuff X does not follow the same rule. I think PA just doesn't do math correctly. No, I just think because everyone bought into the lie. Since everyone bought into the lie, and there's no way to cash out from the lie. You get me? There's no way to cash out from the lie. Even the correct way makes you go back to the lie because it just makes you go back to Nav. You know? Then by my pen maneuver, I can fail more taps. Bruh. Bro, 19 billion, bro. That's nothing. I hate it that that's nothing. But yeah, everyone's bought into the lie, and the reason why everyone's bought into the lie is so they could sell you cron stones. So you could go here, hit the pearl shop, and see all these gabagoo lining up in there. Like, jeez, look at that, 100 pearls. Yeah, that's not that bad. Not gonna lie, bro.